This is what hanging with the Lord do for you. This is why you be fresh. Like, yo.
Then you know what too? You know what too? Oh, I actually just started the recording. But you know what too? Is now I'm conscious of what I put on. Like I don't want to be wearing the same shirt in every video. So I'm like, yo, I got up, I looked at my shirts, like, yo, did I wear that yesterday?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. So, but anyway, but yeah, I know some good stuff for $200. So if if you're really in the market, let me know. I'll send you some
I don't
links.
I don't think you understand what's happening here. I'm not in the market. There's nothing wrong with my phone. It does everything I want it to do. Like I got enough space. I got my card in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to you, ain't I?
His,
No.
he was like, yo, there's nothing wrong with my phone. like I'm so good right now. Like,
Like, yo, if you were in the market to spend another $200, like to do what? Yo, if I had $200 extra right now, I'm not buying a phone. I'm gonna be like, how can I market on Facebook? I got a new song. Like, I'm gonna pay down some credit card debt or something. I'm not buying a new phone when there's absolutely nothing wrong with the phone I have.
yeah,
Like,
do it. Word.
yo, we have to talk about um first of all, you got your man with the knee on his neck.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I'm
That
seeing
that
that even like yesterday, it blew up extra. We talked about it already, but yesterday it was like, yo, everybody and their grandma saw it now, so now everybody's talking about it. I done seen a new meme where you got, I'm saying, on one side, the dude with the knee in his neck, and then on the other side, you got Kaepernick kneeling, and then people like, yo, like, y'all fronted on this dude for kneeling, but y'all want to ride with this dude kneeling on his neck. Like, what's really good with you?
right.
So then you got that, right? Then you got almost simultaneously the chick in the park, like,
Oh yeah,
yo,
with the
I'm I'm afraid for my life. And then all the news yesterday was like, oh, she got fired, wop, she ain't got no job no more. But
yeah.
she was supposed to be like the VP of like some corporation or something like that. And
Mhm,
then it's like, first
mhm.
of all, the company just don't want the bad publicity, so they just like, yo, you fired. But the reality is the company does not care. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, you
Yeah,
making us look, we can't have you as VP of our company repping us looking like a racist.
but
Yo,
point.
smash, you
Yeah,
fired. Yo, they put out a statement like, yo, we don't rock with racism just in case.
but that's the point. That's what you're supposed to do.
I
Even
know.
idea of not looking racist, you gotta shut people down. Like, wait, oh, she already worked here. She was VP, so now it look like we cool with racists. Nah, what? You, no severance pay. Just leave. I bet you security came and took her out. Like, yo, don't even get your box. Like, yo, you out. Like, you gotta
And
go.
she's like, yo, we all talked about how we call people. How we all talked about how we called 911 last week. Now I
Right.
do it in real life, and y'all trying to play me.
Guess what? You said the operative word. Real life, genius. You know what I'm saying?
so so here's the thing that needs to be said. The other week, you're saying your man, what's his boy, Arbery was killed. So now you got like,
No, he
and
was
you said,
already killed like 2 months ago. He got killed in February. It's
yeah, I
just
know, I know, but it just came out though. Like
time.
nobody knew
Yeah,
about it. You
right.
said that just came out where it was in everybody's face
Yeah,
like a
where
couple weeks
yo,
ago. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? So you got that, Then then you got the lady. I think there was a lady that I'm saying something happened to her. They ran up in her crib and they shot the lady.
Hey, in Louisville, Kentucky, they shot the EMT. Yeah, they ran up in
Right.
the house with a fake no knock warrant. Yeah,
Right. Then you know what I'm saying her boyfriend got locked up or her husband got locked up or
yeah.
something like that. Then they
They
let him
dropped the
out.
charges on them. Yeah, they had
Yeah.
to, but they didn't. It's stupid. You kicking somebody's door at midnight. It's no lights on. What you thought they was going to do? if you sleep in your crib and it's dark and the door just boom, what you gonna be? You gonna be up in like, yo, you about to get
Right.
this clip.
And at
Yo.
that point, you don't care what nobody say. Like, I'm such and such. I don't care. You need to get up out my house. Pop, pop, pop these bullets in your butt. Like, yo, who that creeping in my window? Pow! Nobody now. Like that. You better announce yourself up in this piece.
Word. What?
Oh, snap.
Yo, I don't care what nobody say. Like, listen, bruh.
So, I'm saying all that to say, that's a lot of events being portrayed on the news back to back to back to back to back. And this is the same thing. Yo, we've been seeing, me and you both been seeing brown people basically get killed or beat up on TV since like 1990, whatever, with, you know what I'm saying, old boy that was getting beat down. What was that dude's name? Rodney King.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the 90s, bruh.
Yeah, but it was like one case every so often. Now, if you just
because there wasn't no phones.
There's none of the stuff that's out now, so we couldn't see a lot of that. So you're right about that. Because if there was cameras back in the 90s,
bro, the dude that recorded the Rodney, you said nobody was supposed to see that either. Dude, it had to be somebody rich because he had the joint you put on your shoulder. He had the real camera joint on his shoulder, like, yo, this is wild. Now we just like, boop. Like, and you saw it now, dude, bruh, you make a video now, the whole world sees it simultaneously because you on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and you like, boom. Yo, and now you narrating it like, yo, this is mad. Wow, y'all see this? Ooh, wow. Like back then, your man was on the camera like this, and he just like, yo, he didn't even narrate. He just trying to be quiet so they don't see him. Like, yo, like, what is this?
Right. That's crazy. That's crazy. But it's like, you know, it's what it is. And it's like, look, man, I just try not to emotionally tie myself up in this stuff, because if you let it, it'll really put you through the spin cycle, and you'll be wiped out. Like, yo, that's why I just be like, bruh, I see it. I give it the 5 minutes to just see it and just know it happened. And after that, I'm just like, whoop, because I'm not about to see the 37th rerun. I'm not about to go on my time to see the 97th rerun, then go to Twitter and somebody got a whole camp. Nope. Beep. I already seen it once. I know it happened. That's where I get off the boat. That's it.
Right. So what do you think the response should be from people like us? Not like the big, massive response from the people on Twitter or the news should be doing whatever. I'm not talking about that. Like, what should we be doing? Me and you, just a regular person sitting at their crib. You're saying they minding their business, talking to their mom on the phone or whatever. They on Twitter, on Facebook. And you see the post for the first time. You like, wow, this happened again. And then you a Christian too. So you like, okay, what am I supposed to do?
Well, my thing is, whenever I see something like that, I just shoot it up to God. Like, yo, I don't know if you wait. I know this is gonna sound wild, but I say it like this every time. I don't know if you saw that. I know you be busy, but
I don't know if you saw that. Like,
only because I'm making the inference like he's dealing with everybody and little things happen. It's like, oh, that happened. Like, oh, so I'm like, yo, I don't know if you saw that, but yo, people about to be outraged. You might want to look into this one because it's going down. Like, people's get fed up. In a minute, somebody going to take that revenge, and you know, it say we ain't supposed to come to wrath. But I think we about 2 more incidents away where somebody gonna be like, okay, The story about to be different. It's about to be dead cop news at 11 or dead white, whoever. It's gonna go the wrong way. I just say that, like, all right, that's all on you. I pray for the person, like, and their family, and then that's it. Like, I listen. You know how we escalate calls? Like, yo, hold on, let me get you to level 2, boom, and transfer right over. Because one, if you do that, now you're gonna lose your place in your own mind. That becomes prevalent. So now you take a backseat. Right. Now you walk around like, yo, I'm telling you, if it happened to me, it's going. See, no, you outside of your box now, because you like, yo, if it happened to me, and it's like, no. Until you heard that yesterday, you didn't feel like that. So you can't like tie yourself in. You could be mad, like you could see that and be like, word, for real, we still doing this. But then after that, you gotta get back in, because you're no good when you're no good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be good. You can't be out there trying to reach people, walk around with the first cracker that say something to me, I'm about to black out. No. Who you reaching with that attitude? You know what I'm saying? You got the sticky fingers face walking down the street. Who gonna listen to you? You looking like you want to fight about. I just want to tell y'all about this Jesus. No, you don't. You need to get away from me, because you look like this ain't about Jesus right now.
But okay. But look. Let's play devil's advocate, right? You doing okay? You prayed about it. You shot it up like, yo, Jesus, this is super wild. I need you to do something about this, right? And then you try to go on regular, but you can't really go on regular, because it ain't regular no more. This ain't the one time in Neverwary, and it's like, oh, that's just a one-off. This is like a 99,000 off. Like, yo, this keeps happening over and over. Even the people you trying to witness to, or the people you trying to talk to, like, yo, I'm saying, let's talk about this. Jesus will walk, and they're like, what is Jesus really doing right now? Like, don't he see this? Why he ain't doing nothing? And I'm just looking like, this is like a perfect opportunity to be like, yo, first of all, Jesus does see it. It's like, dude, it's always mad wild stuff happening. I mean, like, imagine the Israelites, they slaves for like mad years. And then Jesus just shows up in like year 399, like, I finally heard you. They like, you finally heard me. What you talking about? Like, what's really going on right now? But I mean, this goes back to what we were saying the other day. Like, nothing, like nobody knows the mind of God. Like, you don't know what's planned, what's not planned. This is like brand news to us. This is like something he already knew was going to happen, like, before you got here.
Right.
So it's not like, oh snap, I can't believe they wilding. It's like, this, like, I already saw this.
That's exactly what's about to happen. What's going to happen 10 years later? Who's going to do what? Like, it's already in the file cabinet. See, so what I would say to people is, flat out, or just in general, it's like, bro, it's like, that's why I said, if you go with the, what's Jesus doing right now? Like, even if he told you, what can you do? Like, what he's doing, you can't do anyway. So, like, even if he said, I'm about to basically get rid of 9 million people tomorrow. See, people forget that. Jesus is in charge of who wakes up, who dies, all that. So in the middle of this, he still got to make sure to however many people that's supposed to die tonight, die. Like, it's not just, dudes is dying. First of all, people die every day. I don't want to sound...
Every single day. Every single day.
In the grand scheme of, he died in a way that's horrific or tragic and socially reprehensible, but like, bruh, like, if they put the ticker up on how many people croak every day, it looked like the national debt. Stuff going on in another country right now that if you knew, you would probably, you know what I mean? You'd be sick to your stomach. You probably just go home and lay down like, oh, wow, he got to deal with that. Just because you don't see it don't mean he ain't dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
it's easy for us to just say, because it's affecting me, it's important. And it's like, if God thought like that, this would have never happened, because he'd have been like, "Why am I gonna give up my son to y'all? Like, beep, I'll just make a new group of people. Like, I ain't got time for this.
Oh,
I ain't about to give up
yo,
my
he do
own,
like the
like, no,
Matrix, hit the reset button, like
like, yo,
boop. Let's reset this joint all over again. Like,
yeah,
yo, he said the
yo,
first. What he said in the Matrix? The first program we made was perfect, and it wouldn't take. Yo, ain't that Genesis? Like, yo,
yo,
the first
he
program I made, it wouldn't
trying to
take.
wake up from a dream because it was too perfect. He said, apparently you have tied your existence to pain and suffering. Like, he was just
Yeah.
talking. I was like, yo, that's super dope. Like, yo, it's like, but that movie, that is so many clues in that movie that's super dope that get
Yeah.
missed. Everybody looks at the outside, it's like, oh, why they did that? Oh. And I'm like, bro, what he dropping in that movie is super jewels. He is laying down mad facts on facts on facts, but you watching it in the movie sense thinking that's just an actor reading the script. No, bro, the director is an occultist. He put those lines in that script, dropping mad jewels on you. Like,
Yo, but
oh,
you know what though? Just I mean, I think, I think the reason why, um, I think the reason why we should have peace, no matter what happens, and no matter what goes on, is because ultimately God is in control. Like nothing is outside of God's hand. It's not like
right.
God is holding the Bible and then he went, "Whoops! Oh, my bad! I dropped the ball and somebody died." Like yo, he doesn't like nothing is dropped. Nothing is by mistake. Nothing is unknown. It's just like yo. I mean, we live in a world where sin runs rampant and people have free will. So you got a bunch of people that choose to do whatever they want to do because God gave them that right, and it's a bunch of sin running everywhere. So you got a bunch of sin and a bunch of people doing whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, wild stuff is gonna happen, and so you can't focus on everything that's super wild and not right, and then be like, "Oh, this is crazy." Yo, let me what did Paul said in I know this ain't the joint we supposed to be reading, but it just came to my mind. Where Paul said, "What you supposed to be thinking about?" Philippians chapter 4. So Philippians 4 verse 6. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. So boom, the first thing we should be doing is praying. If you feel anxious, you feel frustrated, you feel annoyed, you like, yo, this is super wild. I can't believe this is happening. Pray and give thanksgiving. Make your requests known to God. Number 7, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through
See?
Christ Jesus. Then he watch this. Watch this part. Verse 8. Finally, brethren, this is what you're supposed to think about. Whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are just, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there is any virtue, and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. The things which you learned and received and heard and saw in me, these do, and the God of peace will be with you. So the first thing, pray. Pray some more, ask God to make changes. Once you do that, focus on everything that's positive and holy and righteous that he's already done. Focus on those things. And then you will have peace. Because it's a lot of people, now I mean, like, besides this, you know what I'm saying? It's mad, you know what I'm saying? We in a pandemic, people sitting up in their crib, just looking at their phone, and you know what I'm saying? So people already kind of looking like, man, 2020 is trash, this is whack. And so this is the answer, man. Focus on the Lord, and then that's when you get peace, I think.
Well, but that's the whole point. Like, if you get riled up in that, you get lost. That's why I started with that, because
Exactly.
you lose your focus, and now you end up in wrath and anger. And God is already saying, Like if sin already happened with the tragedy, why would you sin again by going in the wrath? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's already bad as it is. Like, don't add to the pot. It's basically what
Right.
I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
especially
I agree.
on your end. You know what I'm saying? Especially on your end. Like you not involved in the tragedy, but now you are part of it because now you out there beating up people, or maybe you mad, you cussing now because you don't give up on your Jesus because you just, you know what I mean? You've had it. Like mentally, you were just like, I am wrung out. Like I have had enough. Like this is
Yeah.
trash. Like I'm done. And it's like, that's, people don't realize that's part of it too, for things to happen to get us off the mark. Like that's part of like how that works. Like, oh, okay, boom. And then you're like, oh, that's it. See, I knew Jesus was whack. Oh, he letting people die. Now, last week you got like 3 people saved. You was on fire. This happened.
Right.
Jesus is whack. See, and that
Come on.
that's
Exactly.
that's what we got to be avoiding when this happens, because it's people already on Twitter like, where y'all Superman at now? Once again, somebody's dead and he's a no-show. I can already read the tweet. I don't even got to be on Twitter. Already,
But yo,
but they
let's jump into this First Corinthians chapter 4.
like y'all was cool. You said First Corinthians what? Because I'm on the
First Corinthians chapter 4.
okay.
All right, so yo, chapter 4. Let a man so consider us as Oh wait, let me do a recap. We gotta do the recap.
Yep.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta do the recap. Yo, First Corinthians chapter 3. In case you missed last episode, where we ended off was, for it is written, this is verse 19, the end of verse 19. No, wait, the beginning of verse 19. Let's just start right there. For the wisdom of this world is
Mm.
foolishness with God. For it is written, he catches the wise in their own craftiness. Jesus was like the epitome of catching people in their own words. But anyway,
Yeah.
verse 20, and again, the Lord shows the thoughts of the wise that they are futile. Therefore, let no one boast in men, for all things are yours, whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas or the world or life or death or things present or things to come, all are yours, and you are Christ, and Christ is God's. That's where we left off. So, boom, today, chapter 4. Let no man so consider us as servants of Christ and stewards of the mysteries of God. Moreover, it is required, moreover, it is required in stewards that one be found faithful. So if you're going to be a steward of what God has given you, of the mysteries, of the teachings, of the wisdom, like you better be a faithful steward. You better not be doing wild stuff of what he gave you. Be a good steward of what he gave you. But, verse 3, with me, it is a very small thing that I should be judged by you or by a human court. In fact, I do not even judge myself, for I
Mm.
know of nothing against myself. Yet I am not justified by this, but he who judges me is the Lord. So watch this. He said, I don't even judge myself. You know how you could be like, yo, I just sinned yesterday. This is like super wild. I don't deserve to be whatever. I don't deserve whatever. That's you judging yourself, putting yourself on punishment. And Paul's like, first of all, you're not even supposed to do that. Like, God
Right.
is your judge. The Lord is your judge. And
Yep.
I mean, we all know we've been made righteous in Christ. So let God
Right.
judge you. Do not even judge yourself. For he said, yeah, he who judges me is the Lord. Therefore, judge nothing before the time until the Lord comes, who will who will both bring to light the hidden things of darkness and reveal the counsels of the hearts. Then
Mm.
each one's praise will come from God.
See,
Now, these things, huh?
like that just goes into what we just talked about when he says, like, therefore, judge nothing before the time. So, in other
Uh,
words, think it's a wrap because you see this right now. He's like, yo, don't
this
think
ain't
because
even the end.
yeah, like we okay, like it's not, yeah. And then he's like, in the end, y'all might be mad right now, y'all might be a little pissed, but in the end, because he said, I'm gonna reveal the hidden darkness. So in the end, all the things y'all thought people got away with, he about to put out there. Like, nope, no, you didn't.
Boom.
You ain't get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, I
Now,
saw it.
now, verse 6. Now, these things, brethren, I have figuratively transferred to myself and Apollos for your sakes, that you may learn in us not to think beyond what is written, that none of you may be puffed up on behalf of one against another. For who makes you better, excuse me, for who makes you differ from another? And what do you have that you did not receive? Now, if you did indeed receive it, why do you boast as if you had not received it? Okay, I need
Mm.
to go back and read that again because I just got lost. Like, wait a second, what is he talking about? So, verse 6. Now, these things, brethren, I have figuratively transferred to myself and Apollos for your sakes, that you may learn in us not to think beyond what is written, that none of you may be puffed up on behalf of one against another. So, he like, yo, don't think you better than somebody else just because of whatever your reason is. Um, and it says, for who makes you differ from another? And what do you have that you did not receive? So, like, anything that you got from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Whether you got it from Paul or you got it from Apollos, and Paul got it from Christ, and Apollos got it from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you got, whether it be wisdom, smartness, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you didn't just come up with that by yourself. Like, it came
Right,
from somewhere. Everybody
right,
got it from someone else. And at the end of the day, anything that's super dope came from God. So,
right.
like, that's, you know what I'm saying? So, like, focus on that.
And then
And
he said, now, if you got it, why do you boast as if you had not received it? So, in other words, if you
right,
already getting food, you don't got to tell everybody every time you eat. You see what I'm saying? Like, once you used to having 3 meals a day, you don't got to be like, yo, I had breakfast today, bro. Like, we get it. Like, if you getting it, you don't got to do
yo,
that.
you got the camera looking mad wow right now again. I'm about to... hey,
Oh,
yo,
the
hey, yo,
phone.
turn around the other way. There you go. That's perfect. Because the way you had it before, the sun is shining into the camera. Now it's just your face. So you look perfect right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, because I was by the window. Yeah, if you getting it, why you bragging like you don't got it? If you got it, be secure in that.
Yo, start at 8. Read that. Read that. That joint is
Yeah, I
crazy.
know. I just saw it. Like, wow, you are already full. You are already rich. You have already reigned as kings without us. And indeed, I could wish you did reign, that we also might reign with you. For I
Mm.
think that God has displayed us, the apostles, last as men condemned to death, for we have been made a spectacle to the world, both to angels and to men.
All right,
Wow.
stop right there.
Wow.
He said, you are already full. You are already rich. You have
It.
reigned as kings without us. And indeed, I could wish you did reign, that we also might reign with you.
Mm.
I have no idea what he's talking about. I'm not even gonna make up something. Like, just like, I don't know what he's talking about. Like, what do you mean? Like, they're already full, they're already rich. You've already, like, I'm
Yeah.
assuming we need to keep reading because I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, there's a tie into this. It's got to
There
be.
has to be. Yeah. Because what?
And then it says, right, we've made a spectacle to the world, both to angels and men. We are fools for Christ's sake, but
Mm-hmm.
you are wise in Christ. We
Oh, I
are,
get it now.
but you are strong. You are distinguished, but we are dishonored. To the present hour, we both hunger and thirst, and we are poorly clothed and beaten and homeless.
Okay,
We la-
stop right there. I get it now.
Hmm.
It's like he talking know what I'm saying? Like you're talking backwards.
Mhm.
Oh, you say, oh, I get it. You the smart one. I'm the dumb one. I get it. I get it. You rich. You will fed. So you think you know everything. You know what I'm saying? We're nobodies. You know what I'm saying? We just serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? We all bummy dressed. You know what I'm saying? We don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing nothing but serving the Lord. The angels looking at us thinking it's funny. Like, I get it. I get it. I get it. So it's like we're the fools for Christ's sake. But oh, you wise. You really know what's going on. You that's doing all types of wild sin. I get it. Y'all
Mhm.
Corinthians is really where it's at. We don't know what we talking about. Okay.
Wait, he says beating the homeless, and we labor working with our own hands, being reviled, we bless,
Mm-hmm.
being persecuted, we endure, being defamed, we entreat. We
Right.
have been made as filth of the world, the offscouring of all things until now. So it's like he's basically saying, even though we supposed to be the worst, we still do this. Even though we the low man in the totem pole, we still do that. Like he's laying it down like, yeah, we're terrible, but we do this. Yeah, and we dirty. It's like he's saying, oh, yeah, because we work with our hands, we're low class. Like, but he's saying it in a way like
Yeah, you got the
that's
camera on the ceiling.
oh,
Like, yo.
I switched the phone to my other hand. He's saying it like that's why it's like he's saying it like the reverse compliment. Like I'm
Yeah,
saying,
exactly.
we work with our hands. Like, yeah, even though he's saying it like, but you're in a position where if somebody don't do something for you, you have nothing. So he's really kind of reflecting that because we do the work, we actually like the victors. Like it's the people who don't do the work that don't get it. Like like yeah, okay, we're stupid for serving the Lord, right?
Right,
We
right,
got
right. Yo, the part that's super wild, like in verse 10, where he like, yo, we are weak, but you are strong. Like, like it's like, yo, y'all know what's really going on. We don't. All right. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you're distinguished, but we're dishonored. Like, yo, y'all think
Mhm.
y'all got it all together because you got your fancy clothes and you know what I'm saying? You got little servants to do what you want them to do. You think you know what's going on. I get it. I get it. We don't know nothing. We're dumb.
Mm.
And then
Oh,
he's
it's
like,
mad.
yo, in verse 14, but listen, I do not write these things to shame you, but as my beloved children, I warn you. Yo, you know how your kid raised up when they like 13 or 14, like, yo,
Mhm.
you don't really know what's going on with the world. I got the whole world figured out. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I get to be your age, I ain't gonna be like you. I'm gonna
Oh,
have this and I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna do
yeah,
this and I'm gonna do that. And Paul's just like, yo, you just like a kid, like, I'm just gonna warn you, like one of my kids, like life don't work like that.
right.
Like, like you know what I'm saying? You're gonna take whatever God give you, and you're gonna do what He told you to do. Period. Go ahead, man. You can finish. I didn't mean to take over.
He said, "Nah, it's all right." He said, "Wow, now this is just going to back up what you just said. For though you might have 10,000 instructors in Christ, yet you do not have many fathers. For in
Mm.
Christ Jesus I have begotten you through the gospel." Right?
Boom. I don't.
Therefore,
I'm the one that set you on this path. Stop playing games.
right. So therefore, I urge you, oh, imitate me. For
Mm-hmm.
this reason, I have sent Timothy to you. Wow. So this goes back to what we was talking about yesterday, how the foundation part. So he says, I have sent Timothy to you, because this is like back then when Isaiah showed up for the Jews in the beginning, like when it was the law and all that. Like you see how no matter how long this goes, they kind of repeat the process through the generations so that you know what I mean, they get like the same result. So he's
Right.
like, who is my beloved and faithful son in the Lord, who will remind you of my ways in Christ as I
Talking about
teach
Timothy.
mhm, as I teach
Mm-hmm.
everywhere in every church. So Remember how he would tell the people, I gave y'all enough substance. I set up these people. I brought these people so y'all should be able to do y'all thing now that I'm gone. Because he would always set it up like, don't expect to see me again because, he got to go. So now
Mm,
he's saying it again. I'm in a town full of church people because I'm in Corinthians, but I'm going to still leave Timothy to like be me while I'm not here. You know what I'm saying? So it's
exactly.
like, yo, Paul, yeah. And it's like you said, he left a supervisor because he know they still need supervision. Like that's basically what he's saying.
Right. Right. And
Like
the way he's writing too, I don't. I mean, I could be mistaken, but I don't believe Paul is actually there. This is a letter. So he's
right,
saying, I sent Timothy to you,
right.
and Timothy's gonna, you know, what I'm saying, kind of be like my man on the ground. You know what I'm saying, holding you all down. But I don't believe Paul is actually here. I believe this is a letter.
No. I mean, of course, because we're reading the letter like as if he's standing there saying it.
Right.
Like,
Right. Right.
so it's from that perspective. Now, what? Wow. Oh, it's about to get wild, right? As I teach everywhere in every church. Now, watch what he said. If this ain't a parent moment, I don't know what is. Now, some are puffed up as though I were not coming to you. So people start talking, he ain't coming. He be talking that he ain't, but I will come to you shortly. I'll be there in a minute if the Lord wills, and I will know not the word of those who are puffed up, but the
Right.
power. So he's saying,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna know the power because I'm hearing from the Spirit. Like once God tell me it's time. Like I don't gotta hear. I'm not, in other words, I'm not coming because I heard what the puffed up people said. I'm coming because God told me to go. Basically, boom.
Yeah, and also too, he's saying like you're saying everybody could talk that stuff like, yo, Paul is whack, he this and that, but they ain't got no power. When I
Yep.
get there, we gonna see who really in the spirit and who not. Cause I don't have just words. I
Word,
got the
word,
Holy Spirit within me. So
word.
y'all play games if you want. You will see the power of God when I show up. Then he's like, yo, the last verse, let me show you what's gonna happen. What do you want? Shall I come with the rise, smacking people? Or in love and a spirit of gentleness? Like, which Paul y'all want today? Y'all want the Paul with the belt, like, yo, y'all wildin'? Or you want the Paul that's like, listen, I understand what's really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
Right, right. Uh-oh. There it goes. This is where it gets tough.
This is where we're gonna stop, though. We're gonna stop right here. We're gonna hold that for tomorrow.
Oh, okay, we're gonna hold that for the next. Okay,
Yeah, we're
okay.
gonna hold that for tomorrow. But yo, this is good, man.